Get up, you son of a bitch!
Cause Pawns Drunk loves ya.
Keep it light, get it light, get it light, get it light, get the light beat going, and get the light, and get the light beat going, and get the light, and get the light beat going, get the light, get the light beat going, get the light, yeah. And I'll say it, and you lay it, crossover, spin move, jump shot, J. The voice of Harlem, yes indeed. Let me tell you what I need. I need money, don't need fame. No beef, no 50, no game. I am the light. I keep it tight. With all my might. Voice of Harlem, you know how I do it. I don't even need no music. Uno, dos, tres. No music. No music. No music. No music. Let's get ready to rock.
You already know this is Pawns Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself, aka El Adobo, aka El Sazón, aka El Borracho, aka El Café Bustelo, aka El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this side of heaven. God bless you all, ladies and gentlemen. Fight week. We got 2 more days to go. 2 more days to go to one of the most anticipating fight in the 154-pound division. One of the most stacked division in the sport of boxing. The most dangerous division in the sport of boxing. If you've been following the channel, y'all already know this is my favorite division, baby. I've been telling y'all for years. This is the division, baby. This is the division, baby. Keith, one-time Thurman, Clearwater, Florida. Let's go. If it wasn't for Keith, there won't be no Punch Drunk Boxing. If it wasn't for Keith, one-time Thurman, there won't be no Punch Drunk Boxing. On YouTube, let's go high, low. Dime low, color peso de plátano. See, if it's moonshine, gotta be great, better than Frosted Flakes. What's good, man? Yeah, man. It's lit out there in Las Vegas, Nevada, baby. Sebastian Fundora, the WBC 154-pound champion. Hey, yo, there's a lot of talk about. It's a lot of talk about in the sport of boxing, baby. Couple of weeks from now, we also got the ladies. Alicia Bob Garner, one of the faces in the sport of boxing, performing in Madison Square Garden April 17th. Co-main event, Tri-State Area Queen, Patterson, Jersey, Shadeja Green, bringing that green, baby. Let's go. Shout out to the ladies, the queen. Shout out to MVP ESPN. Shout out to the Zone for locking the deal with Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar De La Hoya, Eric Gomez. Shout out to Golden Boy Promotions. Shout out to the Zone for locking the deal with top rank Bobby Arim. Shout out to the Zone. Shout out to the Zone for extending the contract also with Matchroom Boxing for 5 years. Shout out to Paramount for locking the deal for Sufa. Shout out for ESPN for locking the deal with MVP. Everybody got a home. That means we got more boxing. Everybody got a home. Shout out to Pro Box. Shout out to everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Smash that like button. Smash that like, baby. Smash that like. We're going to be talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly. We're going to be talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Lot of convos, lot of content, lot of stories. If we don't got enough people in here, man, I'm taking my ass to the bar. If we ain't getting more than 100 people in less than 15 minutes, say, yo, man, we got to shut it down. We only go live when people want me to go live. We only go live when people want to show love. More numbers. We need numbers. They said men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Let me see. Hold on. Give me a sec. Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a second. Yeah. Hold on. Oh, shit. Oh, no. I ain't go live yesterday. All right. He says it's been 5 minutes. Nah. 15 minutes. Only 15 minutes. We need honey. Clarissa Shields had the Breakfast Club interview. We're going to be talking about that sucker interview and stuff like that. Very disappointing in Charlamagne. Charlamagne the dweeb. I'm disappointed, bro. I'm disappointed. I thought that the Breakfast Club, you know what I'm saying, they be having donkey of the days. Man, she deserved the donkey of the day. And if you ain't gonna give her the donkey of the day, Punch Drunk Boxing gonna give Clarissa Shields the Pinocchio of the day. Cause she be lying. I'm a real boy. I'm the most loved and respected woman fighter. I sell more tickets than all the girls in boxing. What happened to all the donkeys? They don't give donkey of the day no more. So, all right, we're going to give Pinocchio of the day to Clarissa Shields. We're going to give Pinocchio of the day to Clarissa. Fundora taller than Usyk. Don't worry about it. Hey, yo, they don't worry about it. So, what? Hey, yo, should we talk about the ladies first? Should we talk about the fight? Should we have the breakdown of Keith one-time Thurman versus Fundora? Should we talk about what Rolly Romero had to say about Devin Haney? Should we talk what we talking about? Should we talk about J.O. Patai getting stripped by the IBF President Darrell's Peoples? What should we talk about? There's a lot of things to talk about. But ladies first. Ladies first. Who sang that music? Yeah, we're going to give Clarissa Shields the Mrs. Pinocchio of the day. We're going to give, let me write it down. Hold on. We're going to give me a second. Give me a second. We're going to give Clarissa Shields There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, man. Ladies and gentlemen, if the Breakfast Club ain't gonna give out no donkey of the day, if the Breakfast Club ain't gonna give this Scoochie the donkey of the day, we going to give Clarissa Shields the Mrs. Pinocchio of the day. Yes.
I sell the most tickets.
You's a liar!
I'm the most loved.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
When it comes to female boxing, I am the most loved and most respected.
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you?
Witch. That's all I can say about that. She's a witch.
Clarissa Shields get the Mrs. Pinocchio of the day for lying her ass off, calling one of the pioneers, one of the most beautiful fighters in the history of the sport of boxing, knockout artist herself, pioneer. How dare she gonna call Layla Ali a witch? The only witch in the sport of boxing is the wicked witch of the West, and that's Clarissa Shields. All right? This is the only witch in the sport of boxing, ladies and gentlemen. This is the only witch in the sport of boxing. Don't you call no Layla Ali no damn witch. Who the hell this woman thinks she is calling anybody a witch? Who the hell this woman thinks she is calling anybody a witch? Looking like this. Looking like damn Floyd Mayweather Sr.'s twin. Who the hell this woman thinks she is calling anybody a witch when she looks like Floyd Mayweather Sr. when he had the Predator look? Even Devin Haney looked better than Clarissa Shields as a woman. What? Even Devin Haney looked better than Clarissa Shields. As a woman, damn. Looking like this, you shouldn't be calling nobody a witch, man. We don't know who the hell you are, bruh. Huh? Whoa, that pound of makeup, this is you. You can wear all that makeup you want, woman. This is you. This is you, Antonio Tarver with a wig. Don't you ever call no Layla Ali no damn witch when you looking like one. There this woman called Layla Ali, that beautiful woman, that beautiful knockout artist, a pioneer. That's why, man, there's no morals with this chick, bro. Now that people gonna be like, yo, Punch, but you a man. You Punch, you a man. You shouldn't be dissing no woman. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be dissing no black beautiful woman. Man, she don't damn black and beautiful. Huh? She's black, she just black and dirt. That's it. She ain't no damn beautiful. Look out of here. She has no respect for nobody. She doesn't get respect for punch drunk boxing in this community. I shown enough respect. I used to go back and forth with people in the sport of boxing. They used to call this woman a queen. They used to look at me like I was dumb. No wonder. I apologize. Don't ever diss no damn, the beautiful, a woman that paved the way for you and took you under her wing, huh? And now you disrespect everywhere you go. You disrespect Christy Martin too. You disrespect Layla Ali. You disrespect Amanda Serrano that used to be vocally supporting your ass. And because you wanted to go back and forth with Jake Paul, and you thought that Amanda Serrano was supposed to tell Jake Paul how to talk, you the one that said you could beat Jake Paul. You the one that said I could beat Javante Tam Davis. You the one that said you could beat Keith one time. Thurman going to be performing in Las Vegas, Nevada versus Sebastian Fundora this Saturday. Oh, you could be every man. You could be Rolly. You could be this. You dating a married man that is still haven't had a divorce. You ain't shit, bitch. Let's go. Let's go. Queso in the building. And we lit out here, Queso. We lit, damn it. Birds in the building. Birds in the building. One time, baby. One time. If y'all know Punch Drunk Boxing, they ain't no Punch Drunk Boxing channel. If it wasn't for one time Keith, one time Thurman. Everybody know that's my guy. Yo, let me tell you like this, ladies. I got a lot. Hey, yo, I got favorite fighters. You know what I'm saying? Let me give you a rundown how it is. You know what I'm saying? My favorite fighter growing up. My three amigos. Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr., and Pretty Boy Floyd. I used to record all their fights, especially Pretty Boy Floyd and Roy Jones Jr. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson was I was a little too young. You know what I'm saying? But Mike Tyson is the reason why, man, I love the sport. I wanted to mimic everything like Roy Jones Jr. And for me, Floyd Mayweather was Roy Jones Jr. little brother. That's how I used to. That was my three amigos. And then I lost love for boxing. Yeah, I was an Oscar de la Hoya fan as well. You know what I'm saying? Oscar de la Hoya was that guy because he represented, you know, America Latino, descendant of, you know what I'm saying, the parents that was born in their country, and I'm like a first generation Dominican and stuff like that. So Oscar de la Hoya was the first international American Latino superstar. He put us in the map. Shout out to Oscar de la Hoya. But then I started getting bored. You know what I'm saying? I started getting bored with the professional, too much politics. It was getting, you know what I'm saying? It was getting too much. You feel me? And I started watching the amateurs a lot. Just like I watched college football and college basketball, the NCAA tournament, just like that. You feel me? But in boxing, I like the amateurs. And then there was one guy, Samson, was knocking everybody else out, breaking ribs. Keith Thurman was breaking ribs as anybody in the amateurs. Go ask Sean Porter. Go ask Demise Andre. Go ask Gary Russell. Go ask Bud Crawford. Go ask Leo Santa Cruz. Go ask Mikey Garcia. Go ask Danny Garcia. Go ask Daniel Jacobs. Go ask Rasheed Warren. Go ask them all. Keith one time Thurman was the Terminator. That was my guy. And I said, man, as soon as this guy turned pro, hey, yo, that's my guy. He made me, yo, ladies and gentlemen, Keith one time Thurman made me fall in love with boxing again. I rock with Thurman, win, lose, or draw. Yeah, there's gonna be an emotional. I'm gonna tell you right now. Yeah, I'm picking Thurman to win, and yeah, half of it is an emotional pick as well. Cause I rock with Keith one time. If it wasn't for Keith, I'm telling y'all, folks. If it wasn't for Keith one time Thurman, I lost love from. I didn't love boxing like that no more. You know what I'm saying? Not professional. Keith one time Thurman. And then when I used to go to YouTube and people was talking about boxing, I go to this channel there, and then I seen a bunch of Earl Spence channel, and they was trying to, you know what I'm saying, curse out Keith Thurman. And then I said, no, I got a voice. I need my voice. Ain't nobody backing my guy Keith one time Thurman. And then you know what? I said, this is Punch on Boxing. And I started Punch on Boxing talking about Keith one time Thurman, baby. Keith one time Thurman. Keith one time Thurman. He's back, baby. He's back. Timber Sampson is back. I know he look a little different. I know people want him to get some Rogaine or get some and fix his hair and all that stuff, but it's all right. It's all right. It's going to be an upset this Saturday. And let me say it like this. Yeah, let's go with the breakdown anyway. Let's go with the breakdown, ladies and gentlemen. Smash that like button, baby. Hope you're having it. Yo, guys, so how you doing? How's the health? Talk to me. How's the health? Tell me you're doing good. Tell me you're doing great. Tell me you're blessed. How's the knees? How's the knees? How's the abdominal? How's the abdominal, yo? Let me know. Yeah, man. Que Dios te bendiga. Que Dios que lo sane a the knees. And you, my brother, you know you always in my prayers all day, every day. Keith, one of the most you know why? You know why Keith is one of the most underappreciated fighters? Because Keith doesn't have an entourage. Keith is, and this is where they used to diss him. Back in the days, they used to diss him. They used to call Keith one time Thurman an Oreo. You know what I'm saying? They used to call him an Oreo. Yo, there was people, you know what I'm saying? Because his mother is white and his father is black, right? And shout out to Keith one time, Keith Thurman Sr. I met him once out here in New York. Shout out to Keith Thurman Sr. I even used to do videos about Ben Getty, bro. I used to do videos about Ben Getty. Shout out, rest in peace, Ben Getty. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm a Keith Thurman guy, bro. I'm a Keith Thurman. Man, hold on. I should wear my Keith. As a matter of fact, let me wear my Keith Thurman shirt. Give me a second. I'll be right back. As a matter of fact, let's wear it. Nah, I'm gonna save for the live. Come on, man. I wear Keith Thurman all day. Keith. Yeah, man. Just because he was calling out Floyd Mayweather, and that's when the hate started. And then Floyd Mayweather said, nah, you fight Earl Spence for $10 million. Just so Floyd Mayweather could get Keith Thurman off, get the dude off his back. And then everybody was like, yo, so Keith, you gotta fight. Keith fight Spence. Fight Spence. Nah. Keith one time Thurman won Floyd. And then this whole community turned their backs on Keith one time Thurman. Huh? Just because Keith one time Thurman is not a social media, he don't need to do. Hey, yo, this is when you know that Keith one time Thurman, he's the best mouthpiece in the sport of boxing. Outside of Tyson Fury, Keith Thurman's mouthpiece, hey, yo, he could sell, bro. He could sell water to a whale. He could sell everything, bro. He's the best pitcher, bro. He's the best pitcher. You know what I'm saying? When PBC signed that deal with NBC, they rolled out Keith one time Thurman. When they signed that Showtime and stuff like that, oh yeah, it was Keith one time Thurman with Porter. Oh yeah, that Fox deal. Oh, it was Keith one time Thurman, 3 million views versus Josecito Lopez. Keith one time Thurman is the guy that built PBC, bro. Outside of Floyd Mayweather, they don't respect Keith one time Thurman. But over here, Punch Drunk, respect one time, baby, one time. Sebastian Fundora is going down. He gonna be chopped up. The right leg, the left leg, the arm. As a matter of fact, Keith Thurman don't even need to chop down Sebastian Fundora. Because like I've been saying It's day one about this thing, and I've been talking about Sebastian Fundora. You familiar with the channel? I don't praise Sebastian Fundora, right? Because what I've been saying for the people that been following Punch, I said Sebastian Fundora got the same mentality like Brandon Figueroa. They don't identify range. Sebastian Fundora's height is nothing. What you talking about, Punch? Of course, man. He's 6'6". He's an enigma. He's not. His height is not a factor. You know why? Because Sebastian Fundora, which is 6'6", fights like he's 5'6". So his height isn't a factor, never been a factor. If Sebastian Fundora is Sebastian, shout out to Sebastian Fundora, great guy, great family, great sis, all of them. I like Sebastian Fundora as a person, and he's an entertaining fighter. He wants to bang. He wants to give the people their money's worth, and I appreciate that. But when it comes to the X's and O's and trying to, you know what I'm saying, technically break down this fight, Sebastian Fundora, legs gonna get crossed up, and he gonna see punches from weird angles. Because Keith Von Tom Thurman is unpredictable. Keith Von Tom Thurman throw punches on weird angles. He throws some looping shots as well. And I'm not saying that Keith Von Tom Thurman is not vulnerable. Because let me tell you like this. Every entertaining fighter that goes out there for the gusto and go out there for the knockouts, they all vulnerable. Fundora is vulnerable, but he's vulnerable because he goes after it. Keith Von Tom Thurman is vulnerable because he goes after it. And yeah, these guys has been put down. These guys have shown their survival tactics, but ain't nobody survived compared to Sebastian Fundora. He ain't never survived the weather. What they call it? They call it when you what's the phrase? What's the phrase when you overcome, not to overcome the weather? What's the phrase, man? You don't already know English is my second language. Help me out. Huh? Weather the storm. Don't nobody know how to weather the storm like Keith Von Tom Thurman. He weathered the storm versus Soto Carras. He weathered the storm versus Luis Collazo. He weathered the storm versus Sean Porter. He weathered the storm versus Josecito Lopez. He weathered even when he lost to Manny Pacquiao, he did weather the storm versus Manny Pacquiao. Huh? He weathered the storm. He know how to survive. Oh, but Punch, he be running. He know how to, he run when he needs to run. There's other fighters that be running just for the hell of it. There's other fighters that run and they win in every round. Keith Thurman, he'll run, but that's to survive, bruh. To survive, get out the way. Footwork. Oh, duck, block. Oh, shit. Mouthpiece, I need to breathe. Put it right back in his mouth. Bing, 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 bing. Let's go, Thurman. Let's go, Thurman. They say, but Thurman, Father Tom, man, he's 36, 37 years old. What you talking about, no Father Tom? Our best fighters, the pound for pound number one is near 40 years old, Alexander Usyk. Terrence Bud Crawford is older than Keith Von Tom Thurman, pound for pound number 1, 2. Yeah, but Turby, if he's in the pound for pound top 10, yeah, he's 40. Yeah. It don't matter. Sebastian Fundora days is numbered. You got 2 more days. And one time, it's going to lay your ass out. One time. All right? He's going to turn back the clock. He's going to turn back the hands of time, baby. I'm telling you. But it's going to be a good fight. And I believe that Thurman going to get hurt. I believe that Sebastian Fundora going to get hurt. I won't be surprised if we see Thurman and Fundora in the canvas. I won't be surprised if this is going to be one of the greatest fights that we ever seen in the past 20 years. Because you all know Thurman goes for it. And we all know Sebastian Fundora goes for it. Ain't no finessing. Look, I'm going to tell you like this. Thurman know how to finesse, but within his finesse is dangerous. See, it's a different, look, Keith Thurman's footwork is different from a Shakur footwork, different from a Devin Haney footwork. His footwork is to set up traps. His lateral movement is to set up traps. And then boom, boom, bombs coming. Bombs coming. Ain't no pity pat when it comes to Keith on Tom Thurman. Ain't no pity pat when it comes to Keith on Tom Thurman. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no pity pat when it comes to Keith on Tom Thurman. And everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. And Earl Spence, stop being a little ass bitch. Yeah. Hey, yo, Earl Spence, I respect you, but stop being a bitch when it comes to Keith on Tom Thurman, bro. I ain't gonna fight him. I ain't gonna fight him because I used to call him out. He used to shut up. When Thurman beats Fundora, hey, yo, you better go fight Keith on Tom Thurman or stay retired. Fuck you think you is? You ain't do nothing special that Keith on Tom Thurman ain't do. Huh? Keith on Tom Thurman gave you the blueprint to beat Sean Porter. Keith on Tom Thurman gave you the blueprint to beat Danny Swift Garcia. You ain't do shit that Keith on Tom Thurman couldn't do. You ain't fight Manny Pacquiao. You ain't beat Manny Pacquiao. Ugas did, not you. You lost to Bud Crawford. You ain't do nothing that Keith Thurman couldn't do. Stop being a little ass bitch. Tired of Earl Spence always crying when they ask him about Earl Spence. He didn't want to give me a fight back then, so F him. Shut up. Neck and knock your ass out too. Yeah, Keith on Tom Thurman will knock out Earl Spence just like Bud did. Yeah, that's why he didn't want to fight him. Because he know Keith on Tom Thurman is a real one. Thurman is a real one. He wasn't no elevated champion. He's not that. He was not a made-up champion and stuff like that. A make-believe champion. He beat Diego Chavez to get there. And around that time, Diego Chavez, put it this way. When Keith on Tom, yo, listen up. Because I know it's been a long time, my friend. I know it's 2013. It was 13 years ago. But let me tell you like this. Diego Chavez versus Keith on Tom Thurman is today's Virgil Ortiz versus Boots Ennis. If anybody knows boxing, Diego Chavez versus Keith Thurman, at that time that they fought, was like Boots versus Virgil. Let's not forget. Let's also not forget Keith on Tom Thurman beat Carlos Quintana. Carlos Quintana beat Paul Williams. Y'all remember? Keith on Tom Thurman stopped Soto Carras. You know who Soto Carras beat in his prime? Andre Berto. Everybody was running for Thurman. When Thurman beat Diego Chavez, he was a WBA in the WBA position. And Paulie Malignaggi was the champion around that time. That's why the one of the greatest press conferences of our time. Don't you duck me, son. Don't duck me, son. Because Keith Thurman was in line in mandatory position. And Paulie Malignaggi ducked to fight Adrian Broner. And then Adrian Broner beat Paulie Malignaggi. And then Adrian Broner ducked Thurman. And then Adrian Broner fought Maidana. And then Maidana beat Thurman. Maidana beat Broner. And then Maidana ducked Thurman. And then he fought Mayweather. And then Mayweather beat Maidana. And then Mayweather ducked Thurman. And he gave Maidana a rematch. You ain't supposed to get no damn Maidana a rematch. You were supposed to fight Thurman. Floyd was supposed to fight Thurman. And then you got this motherfucker in Spence. I'm calling you out. You ain't call him out. Floyd Mayweather had to call him out for you. Let's not forget that if anybody been ducked, I hear a lot of people always talking about duck, and duck this, then duck that, and duck this. Thurman was ducked. Thurman was ducked for 4 years being in precision. And then Mayweather fought Manny Pacquiao. Right? And he beat Manny Pacquiao. No, now with that, Floyd Mayweather ain't ducking nobody. And then Mayweather fought Berto and ducked Thurman. Thurman has been the most duck fighter, bro. Around this time, one of the most duck fighters. Then when Floyd Mayweather retired, then they elevated him as super and then fought that fight with Sean Porter. And then his first unification bout was against Danny Garcia 2017. So from 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17. You tell me where was Spence in 2013 and 14 and 15. Got it here, bro. I got the facts. And yo, now though, peep this though. When Thurman got injured, even people were saying, yo, let go of the belt. Motherfucker just got injured, bro. He just became unified champion. Couple months later, that's when Earl Spence went to Sheffield and beat Kell Brook. Then you became a champion. When Thurman became unified champion, that's when you was a mandatory and beat Kell Brook. But Kell Brook already got his busted eye broken by Triple G and came back down 2 division to fight you. And then you're like, hey, Thurman is ducking. No, Thurman has surgery, bro. He ain't duck you. Where was the contract? Y'all both got the same manager. And then, you know what I'm saying? You fought a voluntary bout versus Lamont Peterson. And then if you get that matter of fact, let's break it down. Golden Boy Promotion was trying to give you a deal to fight to move up to the 154-pound division to fight Miguel Cotto, pay-per-view. You knocked that deal to fight Lamont Peterson in Showtime. So then they got Saddam Ali to fight Miguel Cotto. See, people don't want the truth. People don't want the truth. People want to forget. Because this is what I mean. It's like in YouTube. There's a whole bunch of channels that start a narrative and they don't want to keep it real because they're not a key. They hated Keith from Tom Thurman and they was all about Earl Spence. Earl Spence had a deal on the table, Golden Boy Promotions to fight Canelo, and I wanted actually Earl Spence to fight Cotto, move up, because you did fought a catchweight before at 152, I believe so. You know what I'm saying? You could have gone there. You could have become a two division champion a long time ago because Saddam Ali beat Cotto. I think that Earl Spence, that hungry Earl Spence would have beaten Cotto. Right? So whatever. You got your voluntary bout. The IBF says if you get the voluntary bout, then you got to fight an immediate mandatory, which was Carlos Ocampo. So you was going to have to fight Carlos Ocampo anyway. And no, it's not going to trump no mandatory. It was not going to trump the mandatory because once the IBF let you fight your voluntary, you automatically, they said you got to fight your mandatory. Keith Thurman had to vacate his WBC belt. The president of the WBC, Mauricio Sudamon, when Thurman did the good thing to vacate his belt, and whenever Thurman is ready, he's going to get an opportunity. Thurman came back. PBC locked in. The Fox deal. You got that deal with Mikey Garcia. You wasn't waiting for Thurman. Thurman needed his get back. Josecito Lopez, you get Mikey Garcia. You pick Mike. They pick Mikey Garcia for you. Then you fought Mikey Garcia pay-per-view. And who stepped? Hey, yo, folks, let me see if you want to. It was all about Thurman. Because if you would have got that Manny Pacquiao fight, you wasn't gonna. If Manny Pacquiao would have said yes to Earl Spence, he would have never said, nah, I don't want Manny Pacquiao, I want Thurman. Ladies and gentlemen, who stepped inside a ring in the post-fight interview of Earl Spence and Mikey Garcia after Earl Spence beat Mikey Garcia? Who was in the ring? Who was in the ring? Let me know who was in the ring. In the chat. Who was in the ring after the fight? Who Earl Spence was asking for a fight after the Mikey Garcia? Let me know. Anybody say in the chat. I don't want people to say that your boy Punch Drunk Boxer was lying. Y'all acting too slow in the chat. Manny Pacquiao. You was calling for Manny Pacquiao. No, man. He Ralphie. No, bro. I said after the Mikey Garcia fight, bro. Come on, Ralphie. You failing in class already, man. You're failing in class. You're failing, Ralphie. You're letting me down, Ralph. You're letting me down. After the Mikey Garcia and Earl Spence fight, post-fight interview, who was in the ring? Manny Pacquiao. So if Manny Pacquiao would have said yes to Earl Spence would have took that fight because Bud wanted it, Spence wanted it, and Thurman wanted it. Guess who got the fight? Thurman. Oh, but Keith Thurman ducking me. Shut up, man. Anybody was going to take that fight before anybody. If everybody was on the table, Thurman got the Manny Pacquiao fight. Oh, he's ducking. He's ducking. Man, shut the hell up. Ain't nobody ducking no damn Earl Spence when they got Manny Pacquiao on the table. Now, it's Keith's fault that he lost it. Because the next fight was going to be Earl Spence and Manny Pacquiao. I'm sorry, Earl Spence and Keith Thurman. Dímelo high, low, dímelo con los 2 pesos de plup, 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 plátano. If it's moonshine, gotta be great better than Foster Flakes. So, yeah. But fast forward. I think that this is going to be this is going to be a great fight. I think there's a lot of vulnerabilities, man, with these two fighters. But if both of these guys come in their A game, and I like to break down fights that everyone is at their, you know what I'm saying? Everybody is coming highly prepared, no lingering injuries. If you want to talk about the lingering injuries, let's not forget that it's Fundora who pulled out of the fight because he injured, looked like he had a tear bicep. You can see his bicep is all the way here. I don't know if Fundora came back too early. I mean, he's young and stuff like that. Maybe you know, the rehab is shorter when you're younger, I guess. Sebastian Fundora, he is going to, I don't know how if he went all out in camp. Maybe he didn't go all out in camp because he didn't want to injure himself. And we don't know if Keith Thurman didn't go all out in camp because he's been injured ever since the hand injury after the Danny Silva Garcia. He has injured and has surgeries, you know, trying to get back, always trying to get back. His body has failed him. Like Keith Thurman became the Derrick Rose of boxing. So, but they saying that ring rust. I don't think there's going to be ring rust with Keith Thurman. I doubt it. We never know. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's going to be ring rust because Keith Thurman in the last 6 months has 2 full training camps. Let's not forget that they was close to the fight with Sebastian Fundora. So Keith Thurman had a 7-week training camp already. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman had almost a full camp preparing for Tim Tszyu. Keith Thurman had a full camp in this one. So think about this. People talking about ring rust, but Keith Thurman already have 2 full camps, nearly full camps to prepare for Sebastian Fundora. The same thing we could say about Sebastian Fundora preparing for Thurman. But there is more videotapes to study of Fundora than it is to Thurman. If Thurman only fought 2 times in the past 5 years, you truly don't know which Thurman is going to come out. You truly don't know. Is it going to be the knockout Thurman versus Brock Jarvis, or is it going to be the The finesse Thurman, he did hurt, broke the nose of Mario Barrios, but then is it going to be that finesse Thurman? See, that has been the story of Thurman. Thurman, there is two different type of approach that Thurman has within a 12-round bout. You could see it the first half of Sean Porter. Thurman was going out trying to knock him out in the 4th round and all that. In the championship round, he finessed Sean Porter. In the second half of the fight with Danny Swift Garcia, he finessed Danny Swift Garcia, but tried to knock him out in the first half. Versus Josecito Lopez, he knocked down Josecito Lopez. He hurt Mario Barrios in the beginning. So Thurman starts off quick. You know what I'm saying? Thurman will go for the lead for the most part of if you see all his fights. You know what I'm saying? He starts off very fast. So I think that Thurman need to do that. I think Thurman need to set the pace. Thurman need to set the be the ring general. I don't think that Thurman's output is going to overwhelm Sebastian Fundora. I think his feints, if Thurman throws his feints, footwork, foot feints, all that, you know what I'm saying? I think that is really going to, or the only thing you're going to see Sebastian Fundora do is pawn his jab, try to get it out, stick it out there. And that itself, Sebastian Fundora defense is satisfactory. Sebastian Fundora's defense is at C level. But also Keith Thurman's defense as well is not as sharp as, Thurman's defense is B-. You know what I'm saying? Thurman's defense B-. Does Fundora know how to fight off his back foot? No. Does Thurman know how to fight off his back foot and front foot? Yes. Both of these guys, you know what I'm saying, they'll go for the kill when they see you hurt. You know what I'm saying? Even with Sebastian's height, what's good, Kitty? Even with Sebastian's height, can we say that Sebastian, has anyone ever analyzed Sebastian Fundora has a great jab? That to be 6, but now put it this way, and that's what I mean about Keith Thurman has a high IQ. Sebastian Fundora, for being 6'6", and doesn't have one of the best jabs in the sport of boxing, tells me that's low IQ. Or there's something wrong with his technique. Think about almost every Tyson Fury got one of the best jabs in the heavyweight division, right? Larry Holmes, Riddick Bowe, Lennox Lewis. You know what I'm saying? Ali used to be was taller than a lot of his opponents as well. If you use 6'6" and you can't even establish a jab, then and you're the age of 28 as well. And this is why and I said this when the fight was made, a lot of people wasn't giving Keith Thurman a chance. And the closer it gets, people, now you hear boxers. What did Boots Ennis say? There's just something that tells me he's gonna win. Roy Jones Jr. Now that it's always like that. Once they announce a fight, oh man, Keith Thurman getting a title shot from Fundora. He hasn't fought in a while, man. Sebastian Fundora gonna beat him. Man, for Sebastian Fundora gonna beat him. The closer it gets to the fight, now we in fight week, and now this is when the hardcores are now really studying and now looking at it like, wait a minute. But Keith is that. Why do boxing fans do that? That's what I hate when we talk about fights and boxing fans like to kill fights before it's even made. Nah, man, I don't want to see that fight, bro. Nah, just like with the Boots and Virgil, man. I don't want to see, come on, man. I want to see that Virgil Boots, man. I don't want to, man, Josh Kelly, man. Man, that Josh Kelly beat Baccarat. Man, I don't want to see that fight with Lamar Roach and Javante Tank David. Man, Javante and David gonna knock this dude out in the 3rd round. What happened? I'm all good for the fans. Let's pick the winner, right? If you make a prediction, pick the winner. But the fans need to stop trying to kill fights. Because in the end of the day, we don't know what's really going to happen, bro. I don't want to see no damn Bud versus Madrimov. Look at me. I said, man, I don't want to see no damn Bud versus Canelo. I don't want to see no damn Bud versus Canelo, man. Canelo, man, come on, man. He's going to move through the... Shit, I get humble too, bro. We all get humble. We all get humble. And right now, I could see it in people's analysis right now on predictions. I could see it right now. I see people's prediction right now. Oh, I think Thurman. Now, y'all wasn't saying that two months ago. Y'all wasn't saying that 2 months ago. Shit, I remember this community. This community thought that Tim Tszyu was the best 154-pounder, even while Jermell Charlo became undisputed. I remember. And now all of a sudden, we're Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu ain't really fought nobody. Shout out to Reps on Boxing Night as well from UK, London. Man, Josh Kelly, man, Bakram gonna kill Josh Kelly. What happened? Motherfucker, y'all be writing people off, bro. The only blemish in Keith Thurman's career has been the 8th Division World Champion, 5-time lineal, 12-time World Champion, the ambassador, the senator, the humanitarian, the greatest karaoke singer of them all, the GOAT, Manny Pacquiao. One of the greatest that ever laced them up, a freak of nature. That's his only blemish. And it could have gone either way. It was a split decision victory. When Keith Thurman won the second half of the fight, it could have gone either way. It could have gone Keith Thurman. It could have been a draw. Riding out Keith Thurman because of inactivity. He ain't no druggie. He's a responsible family man that stays in the gym and meditates. Now, if you would tell me Keith Thurman been out for 2 years and he's all fat, bloated, and drinking and going to the strip club and the club 4 days a week, if he was like Adrian Broner, inactive, then we'll be like, nah, man, he gonna get his ass kicked. But Thurman had a year layoff before fighting Porter. Thurman had a year layoff before fighting Danny Swift Garcia. Thurman had a layoff fighting Josecito. Had almost 2 years to fight Josecito. Thurman had a 2-year layoff before fighting Mario Barrios. Thurman had a almost 2-year layoff fighting Brock Jarvis. It seems to me that Keith Thurman's layoff never was, I mean, he lost to Manny, but still, it really was not really a factor. Just like the layoff like Sugar Ray Leonard, 3 years and then came right back and beat Hagler. It's Thurman? You trying to say Thurman is Sugar Ray Leonard? Shut up. I'm trying to say that Thurman is one of the greatest of this era. And if Thurman beats Fundora, Thurman is the top dog at 154 in the most competitive division in the sport of boxing. Oh, yeah, I know this community. There's not a lot of Thurman fans. I don't get on the bandwagon now. No. Don't get on the bandwagon now. You got, they ain't like no my guy Thurman. And if Thurman lose, then he lose. Then we got to give a lot of respect to Sebastian Fundora. You know what I'm saying? If Keith Thurman wins, he's the top dog. But once Jermell Charlo returns to his kingdom, somebody got to see Jermell Charlo. Thurman will have to see Jermell Charlo. Virgil, I don't give a fuck when we see Virgil versus Boots and Virgil beats Boots and Boots or Boots beat Virgil. If Jermell Charlo's return, everybody got to see Jermell Charlo. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Oh, no, he been out for a long time. I don't like the way he performed versus Canelo. I don't give a fuck. That was in 168. When Jermell Charlo returns to his kingdom, you got to see him. You got to see him. That's like when Tyson Fury returned to the heavyweight division, you got to see Fury. Facts. Either Wilder, you see Fury. Any champion, you see Fury. Just like that. If Floyd Mayweather says, you know what, man, I'm out of retirement and I want to continue my career, I'm going to the welterweight division, you got to see Mayweather. If Bud Crawford returns and say, I'm going to the 147-pound division, you got to see Bud. Bud becomes number one. Yes. Canelo Alvarez returns. Yeah, Canelo will be right now the best at 168 right now. You got to see Canelo. Once you're in the position and once you became that champion, you don't go in the back of the line. You don't go in the back. You only go in the back of the line when you have consecutive bad wins, or you had that one bad. I'm also consecutive bad losses, or that one bad loss. If Earl Spence want to say I'm going back to 147, if Earl Spence says I'm going back to 147 right now, I've been in shape all year round. Who y'all got? Earl Spence versus Devin Haney. Who y'all got? Who y'all got? Who y'all got? He said Fundora going to drag Thurman. This is a tough fight. It is a tough fight to call. Also because Sebastian Fundora is tough, man. People want to write people off. You know why people want to write people off? Because you don't like them. Don't write people off because you don't like them or you don't like their promotional company. People want to write people off because I don't like them. Hey, yo, I don't like that Clarissa Shields woman. I used to respect her. I used to think that she was a queen in the sport of boxing. But her attitude stinks. It's trash, like manure. It stinks. It stinks like a homeless woman's twat. It stinks. But she's one of the greatest that ever laced them up. Oh, she's great as a woman boxer. Oh, she's hella great. You don't take nothing away from her. Do I want Clarissa Shields out of the women box? No, I don't. I want her to stay active. You don't gotta, there's fans that dislike fighters and don't want them to have an opportunity. That sucks as a boxing fan. That's the dumbest shit. And I'm talking for real, folks. This is one of the dumbest eras to have this camaraderie with other boxing fans, because there's arguments and debates I never had in my life. Like, people will argue, I don't like Boo Boo Andre. He shouldn't get an opportunity to face Canelo. No. First and foremost, he doesn't sell. He only wants payday. And because he wants payday, I don't want him to get a payday. Like, who argues this shit? It's almost like saying, yo, I don't like you and I don't want you to get a job. I don't want you to get a job to take care of your family. No, I don't like you. Don't hire him at McDonald's. I don't like him. You're going to go outside. Yo, the dude that you hate, he's going to have an interview and you're going to go outside of the building and say, hey, don't interview him. Don't give him an opportunity. No, he just want payday. Can you imagine? Just put yourself in their shoes, bruh. Can you imagine? I'll put it this way. Anybody in the chat? Can you imagine Boo Boo Andre will go into your respective lives and go to your job. Go to your job. You go to your job and tells your supervisor or HR and says, yo, don't give him an opportunity to get another position to get more money. He only want payday. He ain't going to do the job right. You know what I'm saying? He was working. He ain't all that. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if your hater comes out and go to your supervisor, your job, and says, hey, yo, don't give him a raise, bro. Nah, don't give him a position, bro. Don't give him that open position. He just want payday. Stupid ass boxing fans killing fights. Undisputed fight. No, but he hasn't fought nobody. Maybe because that somebody ain't want to fight him, you dummy. When the somebody fights him, then he could fight somebody. Everybody needs somebody sometimes. I'll tell you this right now. Boo Boo Andre will whoop Canelo right now. Yeah, that Boo Boo Andre, that loss to David Benavidez will whoop Canelo. If Bud could whoop Canelo, Demetrius Andre will win his ass Zoot Canelo. Yes, he will. Yes, lie to yourself all you want. Yes, that Boo Boo. Yeah, if Bud beats Canelo like that, Boo Boo he'll whoop Canelo worse. Because Boo Boo will whoop Bud Crawford. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Yes, Boo Boo will whoop Bud. No, he won't. Yes, he will. Fuck out of here, bro. He'll whoop the shit out of Bud. And David Benavidez would have whooped Canelo, and he would have. David Benavidez would have made Canelo Alvarez eat from a straw. If I'm Canelo, I won't. I told y'all this, and I'm a Canelo Alvarez fan, but I keep it real, bro. Canelo Alvarez is gonna get stopped in this next fight. It doesn't matter who. There was once when Canelo was about legacy and money. When you just full blown about the money, full blown, and you don't really care no more. Canelo will speak in another language, bro. I don't care. I don't care what people want. I don't care what people say. I don't care. I do whatever I want to do. I do whatever I want. I do whatever I want. He said Canelo would have stopped, man. David Benavidez would have put Canelo Alvarez in permanent damage, bro. Permanently, bro. Canelo not the same. He said Boo Boo ain't beating that. Yes, he will, bro. My opinion, he will. This Canelo, especially this Canelo right here. Come on. Yo, the day before or 2 days before the Bud and Canelo fight, I actually watched the Canelo versus William Skull fight again. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't want to see the fight. That was a stupid fight, but I was doing film study, and I'm like, Canelo almost lost that fight. And they know that judge that gave Canelo, what was it? One of the cards was like, what, 117? Or 117 almost gave Canelo almost every round. Nah, bro. Go watch that fight again. Do a film study. Forget about it. Not for your entertainment. Do a film study. Canelo Alvarez almost lost William Skull. In the way you score boxing, that guy almost beat Canelo Alvarez. And the only reason that other judge was a wide is because that's what they wanted, the Canelo versus Bud Crawford. Canelo almost lost. He looked terrible. I was doing film study. Yo, he did terrible. And William Skull got knocked out in the last fight. That should have been the eye opener. But I was also stuck in the performance of Bud Crawford versus Madrimov. And I didn't think he could move up too after that performance. And that's why I say, when people say that you're just as good as your last fight, no, you're not. No, you're not. You're not just as good as your last fight. I'm tired of that myth. And that's one of the myths that a lot of fighters say, a lot of people boxing. That's just one of the myths that 80% or 90% of the boxing people say that I don't believe. You're not just as good as your last fight. No, you're not. Look at Tio versus Barbosa. Look at Tio versus Shakur. That was a whole different type of Tio. And no, it's not just because Shakur. No, Shakur only was landing jabs, bro. Shakur didn't even try. Shakur didn't even go to his bag. Shakur didn't even go to his bag. You're not as good as your last fight. I don't believe that. I don't believe that, man. You could look incredible. Okay, look at speaking about Tio, Loma, and then look at George Camboso. No. You could look bad and then be hella good, or you could look hella good and then look hella bad. You know what I'm saying? What other fights like that? Look how Joseph Parker was looking in that 4-5 fight winning streak. And then he looked at flat in one of his fights. Look at Daniel Dubois. You know what I'm saying? Look at Daniel Dubois. And then look how he looked versus Usyk. Look how Usyk looked. Who was it versus versus Derek Chisora? And then look how Usyk looked versus AJ. You're not as good as your last fight. Look how Tyson Fury looked in the first fight with Wilder. Look how Tyson Fury looked in the second fight with Wilder. You know, so we don't know which Fundora's how he gonna look, but how much could Fundora change from the Brian Mendoza? Brian Mendoza was only 2023. Erickson Lubin. How many fights he has in between to make a dramatic change? His style's not gonna change. He's 28 years old. So I think we've seen relevantly more Fundora than a Thurman. But did anybody that Fundora beat, let's be real, let's be honest, was really an elite fighter? Tim Tszyu was not an elite fighter. They wanted to make Tim Tszyu an elite fighter. The push for Tim Tszyu is one of the great marketing machines that we had. The way they push, what people believe, people was believing that Tim Tszyu was already better than Jermell Charlo. Y'all used to get furious. That means they fooled a lot of people. Right, folks? Well, I'm not lying. There was a lot of people that was already telling Jermell Charlo, you ducking Tim Tszyu, you scared of Tim Tszyu. Even a guy like Rick Glazier, who got a good eye, said that Tim Tszyu was better than Jermell Charlo. I said, what the fuck did this guy do? Tony Harrison, that's it? That's y'all based it on? So we see what Erickson Lubin got knocked out in the first round by Jermell Charlo. Lost to Virgil Ortiz, lost to Fundora, got stunned by, but what was his name? Not Gausha. Was it Gausha? I think it was Gausha that stunned him in the championship in the 9th round, right? Lubin was not an elite fighter. He had the potential to have elite skills, but remember, that's the 154-pound division as well, where it's tough. Everybody saw that Bakram was the boogeyman. We seen Josh Kelly lose a big fight and win a big fight. Thurman beat elite fighters at his time, and Thurman lost to the elite fighter. So it's not like Thurman lost to a regular dude. So I could understand what Thurman said. I didn't feel defeated because that was only a split decision. He didn't get overwhelmed. He didn't get bodied. He didn't get like that. You know what I'm saying? Brian Castine, yeah. Hell yeah, Daly. Brian Castine, you're way better than Tim Tszyu. Yup, in the pros and in the amateurs. So I don't know. I don't think that Fundora ever been that dangerous to me as me analyzing boxing. He never was that dangerous to me. He wasn't dangerous in the amateurs even when Teofimo Lopez broke his nose. In the amateurs, he always fights the same. He fights to the height of his competition. If Fundora Saturday night stays at bay and keeps Thurman at bay, first that will be a surprise, but then I will be like, yo, if Sebastian could find a way to beat Thurman and keep Thurman on the outside, I'm gonna tell y'all here right now, it's gonna be hard for anybody to beat, because I think that Thurman got better footwork than Virgil Ortiz. I think Thurman got better footwork than Boots. I think Thurman got better footwork. When I'm talking about footwork, I'm talking about lateral movement, set traps, and as effective in landing punches on the back foot. Both hands got power. You know what I'm saying? I think that Josh Kelly and Thurman got the best footwork. The best footwork. You know what I'm saying? In terms of lateral movement, but Thurman is more dangerous because he still could hurt you, known for power, and every opponent have stated that when Thurman is like Emmanuel Lardy, they asked him, who got more power, Earl Spence or Thurman? He said, Thurman. When Thurman hits you, he said it feel like he sent shockwaves to my body. Danny Swift Garcia said that's the most that Thurman got more power than Earl Spence. Porter said Thurman got more power. You know what I'm saying? So everybody that's been in the ring with Thurman, they know that power. He don't got to knock you out, but he has the type of power that'll make you think. He has the type of power to make you change your approach and your game plan. You don't have to knock, oh man, Thurman hasn't knocked out nobody and stuff like that. But he still got that power to make you change your own game plan. You know what I'm saying? Queso, dímelo, queso, me dice. I be worried you can't bully him like Plant did to that one Macumbi. Which one you talking about? Get up in the inside part. Yo, I think that Fundora what else can Fundora do? That's his comfortability is to get in the inside. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, you seen that interview with Cam and Thurman? I thought that Cam was gonna be like pause and almost elder shit that Thurman was saying. You remember Thurman said, you know, some people said that you gotta work the from the bottom to the top, and then the top to the bottom, and then the backside. I was seeing Cam's face. He said, maybe I got to work from the bottom all the way to the top, or to the top to the bottom, and go up and down. I thought that Cam was going to be like, yo, Paul, hey, yo, chill, Thurman. Yo, but I did like that interview. I do want to see a real long interview with Andre Ward and Keith Thurman, because one thing I like about both Andre Ward, like I think that would be one of the best commentating. Andre Ward and Keith Thurman, I just like their wordplay when talking about boxing. You know what I'm saying? I like their wordplay talking about boxing. They so fluently. They have examples that, you know what I'm saying? Like they really could talk boxing, like really. And I like the way they talk technique and strategy. You have a Thurman and an Andre Ward on the same. A Thurman, Andre Ward with a Paulie Malignaggi and a punch run boxing, baby. Yeah. When they first started, Mace, you was the draw, but now Cam everywhere. Bro, Cam's media comeback has been insane. I know, bro. I know, but that's good. I mean, that's good for PBC and for people like The Zone, that's they really thinking outside the box. Because think about it. Boxing, it was too traditional It's not a lot of new faces in the sport of boxing. So I like that they're implementing. I mean, you don't gotta like you don't gotta know everything about boxing, but if you know a little something, and you have relevancy and you have you're respectable within the culture, I think that's what Cam brings, and I like what PBC is doing. Almost like when the Zone is bringing the likes of Showbiz and stuff like that, you know. Because like I said this a lot of times. I think it opens opportunity for people like me. I'm not saying that I have an opportunity, but me seeing Showbiz get an opportunity, it makes me feel like, oh shit, maybe I could get an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? You know, maybe they'll find maybe they'd be like, man, let's check out another YouTube channel because the shit works with the Showbiz. Let's see another person, you know. So I like that they're thinking outside the box. And I think who really started that, Triller. You know, Triller, I think, you know, remember when they was having their little play-by-play, and it was more like they were trying something new. Thurman plus 300. I need that. Ooh. You know, hey yo, Queso. I was good with the Earl Spence and Bud. I was good with the Josh Kelly and Bakram. I was bad with the Bud and Canelo. And the Tio and the Shakur. So I'm not a betting man, and I don't like to tell people to bet. You know what I'm saying? I'm like 50-50 on this shit. You know what I'm saying? But I think Thurman could do it. I think Thurman could do it. I'm not afraid. Like you know that there's certain fights that it gives you it almost like you get nervous. Like, man, I think this fight is gonna beat my guy. Sebastian Fundora is not that guy that fears me. Like as a fan, as a Thurman fan, like it's not him. You know what I'm saying? I'll be. The only way I could see Sebastian Fundora being Thurman if he gets stopped and it's like, oh shit, Thurman just didn't have it no more. He just doesn't have it. I mean, he's civilized. Maybe that's the only way I could see Thurman losing. That he literally has civilized himself. Like he got a family. He got shout out to his beautiful 3 kids and his beautiful wife. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people felt that Keith Thurman lost his killer instinct as soon as he found his wife. You know, even it got to the point where I used to debate people, like, you know, and then I'm like, damn, man, Thurman, like, man, what happened, man? Did you fall in love, man? I video one time I said the real Thurman is in the post. They kidnapped Thurman, bro. Oh, hopefully, but I think what Thurman brings to the table, and especially if he's active and he's in the airwaves, I truly think that he's great for boxing. Hey, yo, homie went to the motherland to hey, shorty. Hey, yo, Thurman was a Christian man, and then he turned into Buddha, man. He turned into everything that woman was. A woman is. Shout out to no disrespect to the mom, no disrespect to the wifey and stuff like that. But sheesh. ¿Qué $100 a comprar? A ponerlo, no, saving, porque estamos normal. Savings. Good looking now, queso. Good looking now. La música de queso. Pass the offering. Let's go. God bless. Let's go.
He's got his own money. I mean, the boy has got his own money.
DJ Camelo Alex Sensation. Págame la música. Que Dios te bendiga, mi hermano. God bless you, queso, man. Appreciate you, bro. Damn, this thing is frozen. But I was going to say, what is Fundora? How can Fundora overwhelm Thurman? Thurman is going to be in a firefight because Thurman Thurman also opens up when he throws his onslaught. Thurman is wild as well. Thurman, he'll throw some wide looping right hand, looping left hooks. Thurman is not a defensive whiz. You know what I'm saying? I just think that, and Brian Mendoza just said in one of the interviews, he said that he heard that Thurman had a great camp with Michael Fox, you know what I'm saying, in which Brian Mendoza used also to prepare for Sebastian Fundora. See, for me, this is why I truly have Thurman beating Fundora, why I have Boots beating Fundora, why I have Virgil beating Fundora, but I have Keith Thurman beating Fundora because I don't trust Fundora's keeping his fighters at bay, establishing a strong, stiff jab. I don't think that Sebastian Fundora has great defense. So once you don't have great defense and you don't establish your it should be very, very easy. I think that Thurman should go for it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that Thurman should just, I think that Thurman should go for it. I think that Thurman should not let him even think. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he got the layers to make adjustments like that. So I think that Thurman should go for it. I don't think that Thurman should give an inch of confidence. And one of the things I did, I'm gonna tell you like this. One of the things I didn't like yesterday, when Thurman went like this, so Sebastian Fundora, no, don't play around with him, Thurman. He never been in a promo with a guy that talk like you. And Thurman, like a lot of fighters, like a lot of commentators, he said, yo, Thurman is very convincing. And if Thurman is convincing for other fighters, look at Boots. Yo, I don't know. I think that Thurman, I don't know something that's Thurman. Mendoza is switching his pick. You know what I'm saying? Like Thurman, the way that Thurman is promoting is making people believe he could do that for Fundora as well. You got to keep on. You got to make it a mental war for Fundora. Don't be nice to him. Don't play around with him, Thurman. He don't know you, Thurman. Keep that. You got a good bass on your voice. Keep on. Hey, yo, I'm going to knock the hell out of you. I'm telling you. And watch tomorrow on the weigh-in. Watch tomorrow on the weigh-in. If Keith Thurman don't look at him and do the traditional, he out of here, he done, ladies and gentlemen. If Thurman does this tomorrow, the traditional Thurman, he done. He done. I'm telling you, he done. He done. He said, we that Fundora got a great chin. I think both of these guys are vulnerable. I think that Thurman been chin checked several times. Thurman been chin checked. Fundora been chin checked. Thurman been hurt to the body. Never went down. Thurman has gone down, moving back. And if Thurman does the same mistake, in which I did see him do the same mistake even in his last fight, had his hand down and moved back, almost like with the Manny Pacquiao, but that guy, Brock Jarvis, wasn't good enough to even catch Thurman. Thurman was relying too much on his reflex as well. One thing about that, see, Thurman been doing that same mistake. I'm going to tell you like this. The same mistake that a lot of people say that Ryan Garcia had, keeping his head high, and Thurman been like that for a while. But his movement and feints and, you know what I'm saying, like it disguised a lot of stuff that Thurman, you know what I'm saying, that Thurman has holes in his game. Trust me. You could, if you were a very, very small fighter, think about it. He did the same mistake even with Soto Carras. He did the same mistake with Josecito Lopez. He did the same mistake with Manny Pacquiao. And if those guys could be in range to capitalize when your hand is low, right? Moving back. You do that with Sebastian Fundora, yo, he gonna send you to the ropes. You better get your balance right. He'll probably send you outside of the ropes. You know what I'm saying? Sebastian Fundora is going to have that leverage. So you can't, I think that Thurman, he could play that lateral movement, but I think that Thurman can actually walk Sebastian Fundora down and go to the body. Because once he throws that lazy jab and Thurman left hook to the body, just like what he did to Diego Chavez, Thurman used to break ribs. I'm telling you, he could do damage. I'm telling you, if he goes back to his tradition ways of getting people out, there's a lot of holes in Sebastian Fundora as well. Oh, let's talk about this, folks. So y'all already know what happened with the hold on, give me a second. Cool. Give me a second. All right. So peep this. Oh man, I didn't like to see this, but everybody is talking about this now. And we just spoke to Kid Austin a couple of days ago. So Floyd Schofield, Kid Austin, we know that's his dad because he's the one that handled his social media. He goes, at Virgil, we can't relate. It seems we will be leaving that stable as well. This is not a good look, man. This is not a good look. That's not a good look, man. So I had an interview with, if you haven't checked the interview, I did an interview with Floyd Schofield, Kid Austin, and his dad 2 days ago. Love my kids in the building. Love my kids in the building. I did an interview with Kid Austin 2 days ago. If you haven't checked out the interview, go check it out. It was the last live before this one. And they were supposed to get a title shot versus Lucas Body. They canceled it, and they was going to give him a tune-up. They was very upset that the WBA is letting that happen and not getting him a title shot. And there is rumors that they have thank you, Queso. Thank you. Because I alluded to that. Why? I'm gonna get there. Queso, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there, right? So they was alluding that Gervonta Tank Davis is going to be reinstated. As you all know, that Gervonta Tank Davis is in negotiations with Pitbull Cruz. And of course, the Belt Federation is going to want that sanctioning fee, of course, right? So the more that they could wait, they could push Kid Austin not fighting. They're going to be like, you know what? We're going to reinstate Gervonta Tank Davis anyway because he's back and nobody has fought for the world titles anyway, right? That's what they're mad at. But they're mad at the promotional company. They're mad at the WBA. So Floyd Schofield Sr. has took his frustration out and basically saying that they're going to go to, put it this way. First, one of the tweets says, fight cancel now on the legal stuff. They're going to pursue legal actions. And they wrote this. He typed this. We can't relate. It seems we will be leaving that stable also. And what I'm saying is, you're already in the number one position in the WBA. I know what take. Look, remember what I was talking about? Keith from Tom Thurman. He was in the WBA number one for a while, but look what Keith Thurman became anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's a process. Love my kids with the 10. Let's go. Love my kids. How you doing, mama? How you doing? How's the kiddos? How the grandbabies? God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Love my kids. God bless you. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. So remember we was talking about what I was saying about earlier about Q for Tom Thurman. He was at WBA. Remember he beat Diego Chavez and he had to wait his turn. And Kid Austin, I was saying in the interview, yo, Kid Austin, you're young. Just trust the process. That's what I'm talking about. God bless them. God bless them. Happy for them and happy for you. And I said, trust the process. You're 23 years old. You're 22, 23 years old. You're already top 6, top 5 in the Ring magazine ranking. You're number 1 in the WBA. It's going to be a matter of time. So even if, let's say if Gervonta Tank Davis does fight Pitbull Cruz in the summer, by the end of the year, you're going to get your title shot. You're going to get a title shot no matter what. Trust me. Just trust the process. Understand that you always, tell me when Golden Boy Promotion, you just got to ask yourself and got to ask Kid Austin, tell me when Golden Boy Promotion doesn't give you an opportunity. You can't be frustrated also, because let's not forget that Golden Boy Promotions also was giving you the opportunity so you could face Shakur Stevenson for that belt. So they're not trying to keep nothing away from you. They're not trying to hold you back. If you would have never got, and unfortunate, if you would have never got sick, then you would have got an opportunity at the age of 21 to fight Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? So also, you know, you can't say take accountability for your own health because you don't know when you're going to get sick. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's just an unfortunate situation. But why be so frustrated right now when they was about to put you to fight Shakur Stevenson for a title shot? You know what I'm saying? You was not going to get a title shot vacant. You was going to get Shakur Stevenson. You was already in line to get a title shot with Shakur Stevenson. So what I'm saying is that I think that there is a lot of frustration. I think that they should apologize. I hope that Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions people didn't see that, but now everybody is talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Once you put something out there, you could delete it, take it away. People are going to be talking about it, but hopefully, you know, he could say that's not how Kid feels. That's how I feel as a father, and I'm frustrated. And that's just the negative and positive about you running the social media, because you're typing as Kid Austin. You know what I'm saying? But it's really the dad. So hopefully Golden Boy Promotions doesn't get mad at Kid Austin. And it's this, and they could just be like, you know, that was a frustration of his dad, because of course he want to fight for a world title. I know there's some frustrations there, but you're going to get yours. Trust the process. Trust the process. Yes, Abdullah Mason is close to your age. He got a belt. Sanders Eyes got a belt, got his belts and stuff like that. But even right now, Virgil Ortiz don't even got his belt. But and then speaking about that, the Virgil Ortiz situation, Oscar De La Hoya went live and was talking about, you know, his frustration with Virgil Ortiz, and was saying that Virgil Ortiz manager, he would never work with Virgil Ortiz manager. He was exposing Virgil Ortiz manager and exposing Tex. So Virgil Ortiz manager actually did what I've been saying throughout videos to do. Hey, yo, Virgil, hash this thing out. Call Oscar De La Hoya yourself. Be a man and take control over your career. You know what I'm saying? So Rick, the manager of Virgil Ortiz, text Oscar De La Hoya last week and said, "Hi, Oscar Holly. A lot has been said between us, with us still never having spoken to each other." You already know that Oscar De La Hoya is suing Rick, right? In this entire process, I'm reaching out because this is not about you and I or anyone else but Virgil and Virgil's well-being only, as he is a tremendous young man without a bad bone in his body. Virgil is all that should matter. I would like to meet you and Holly and no one else. I simply would like to be heard and listen in return to how we all got to this point, and I will fly to you guys. So Oscar De La Hoya, he the one that put that text message out and basically said he's never going to work with him again. So this is what I said in the beginning. I was doing videos. I said it throughout the lives. I said, yo, Virgil Ortiz, this is your career. Rick is going to manage other fighters. He's going to make his money. You could, because Virgil, you could sit out. But Rick is going to manage other fighters, just like he had Arnold Barbosa. He's going to manage other fighters, and he's going to collect his. Remember, he still got his job. It's still working. His job is still working on all cylinders. Oscar De La Hoya just locked in a DAZN deal. He's still going to be making money. He's still going to be doing shows. So the only one that's actually is affected is Virgil Ortiz. So that's why I made the videos. And I'm saying like, yo, Virgil, because I respect Rick and I respect Virgil and his dad. And I respect Oscar de la Hoya. Like I said before, Oscar de la Hoya is the only one that has hit me personally on a DM and said, yo, I like your show. I would like to come to your show. No other promoter in that magnitude, bro. I was like, yo, that's how I had the interview with Oscar de la Hoya. Oscar de la Hoya saw, I think it was one of the lives, and he said that you fun. He said I was funny and he liked it. He would like to be on my show, right? And that's how I had the interview. Rick is a person that always gave me props. He'll send a DM on IG, a DM on Twitter, always give me my props and say that, yo, one day you're gonna get it's a matter of time that somebody is gonna see you and you're gonna be, you know, you should be you should get hired to do play-by-play to one of these networks. Rick been telling me this for several years already. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something about the sport of boxing. The sport of boxing, a lot of people really don't give you props because I feel like everybody is fighting for their own position or whatever. And then Virgil Ortiz Sr. hit me up a long time ago. He said, yo, I don't really rock with none of this with boxing people, but I like what you do. You know, your boxing. That was around the time when I did videos about that. I said the WBO is keeping Virgil Ortiz from getting that fight with Bud Crawford when he was the #1 mandatory, and then they skipped. They put Virgil Ortiz, who was #1, and they put him at #2, and they slip in Sean Porter in #1. And I did videos about that. And he was like, yo, Virgil Ortiz's dad was like, you're the only one that talks about this. You're one of the real ones. You know what I'm saying? So Rick has given me props. Virgil Ortiz Sr. giving me props, and Oscar de la Hoya. You know, it's a few people, but you know, so I respect that. I respect how they've been working and building the career of Virgil Ortiz, and they have showed me respect. You know what I'm saying? So it was sad to see that they're going through this, and that's why I was throwing out those videos and saying, yo, sit down, Virgil Ortiz. Sit down with Oscar. You guys are fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, there's going to be fighters out there that is going to be following what their representative has plans, you know? And it gets to a point where you're going to be affected. I remember I was speaking to my guy, Demetrius Andre. Demetrius Andre told me, man, yo, if I would have cut the middleman a long time ago, I would have had fights. He said, as soon as I didn't have a manager, I personally got a hold of Al Heyman. And for the first time, I spoke to him because remember, he has representative that was in between and say that Al Heyman didn't want to work with him, blah, blah, because of what happened with the Rock Nation, all that stuff, right? But Boo Boo always had representative. He never had the opportunity to talk to him and hash things out until he pushed his manager out the way, didn't have a manager. The way that Boo Boo secured that fight and working with PBC was with an attorney. He X'd out the manager and worked directly. And then he got the David Benavidez fight. And he's saying, yo, you know what it is? I never knew that it's the people in the middle that be having beefs with the promoters that's keeping the fighters from getting opportunities because they have their individual beef. And if you really think about this situation, does Virgil Ortiz have beef with Oscar? Have beef with Golden Boy? Does Oscar de la Hoya have beef with Virgil? Or does Rick have beef with Oscar de la Hoya and Oscar de la Hoya have beef with Rick? You know what I'm saying? So look what's going on there. So I understand. Guess, put it this way. What Bud Crawford did to secure that Earl Spence deal. Bud Crawford secured that deal with Earl Spence with an attorney from New York City. He didn't have Brian McIntosh as his manager anymore. He didn't need that as a manager. He didn't need this other attorney that didn't do a good job. He fired that attorney, got another attorney, and boom. And think about this. Bud Crawford been making beautiful deals for him with our manager, without all those extra people in the middle. So I'm saying there's people in the middle that get you in great position. but there's people in the middle that can also kill those opportunities. Like Keith Connolly has done a wonderful job, and Rick has done a wonderful job for the most part, right? Keith Connolly. Look, you think why you think that Eddie Hearn is mad at? He's not mad at Conor Ben. He's mad at Keith Connolly. Tim Bayless, one of the few members of the One Time Nation. Let's go. Hey yo, Tim Bayless. It's really a few of us, bruh. Hey yo, it's really a few. It's just a few of us, Tim. It's been like this for years, bruh. It's only a few of us. Y'all can count how many. I could count how many Thurman fans are on YouTube, bruh, that be fighting for Thurman. Yo, me and Tim Bayless been one of the few that been vouching and fighting for Thurman in these airwaves, bruh. There's only one Keith Thurman. There's only one time. Yo, right, Tip? Yo, it's only been us, man. It's only been us, bro. This is for years, Tip. It's for years, bro. For years, man. Hold on. Check this out. Give me a second. Give me a sec. Give me a second. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. So people understand Punch Wrong Boxing. My first video.
Yeah, you know what my father would say. She's a generic.
My first video. That's my son. My 9-year-old son. My first video. Earl Spence Premature. Keith Thurman. Terrence Crawford calls out the number one wanted man in boxing. Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman beats Earl Spence without 9 rounds. That's what that's my channel was. I was just talking a lot about Thurman versus Spence, Thurman versus. Hey yo, I did this video. Look. Earl Spence and his crackhead fans. Yo. Yeah, man. Yo, I got so much video with Thurman. But yeah, man. Keith Saturday night could really change the landscape. I really think so. And the thing is, I think that boxing needs a personality like Thurman. Like, come on, man. Everybody's talking about this fight right now. People pretend, you know what's sad? And I was saying this early. People pretend like, oh, we don't want to see Thurman. We don't want, but Thurman know how to sell a fight. If you a boxing fan, you can't front. Thurman is always in an entertaining fight. Like, if you a boxing fan, why don't you want to see Thurman? He hasn't fought enough. Yeah, but when he's fighting, you know what I'm saying? Thurman know how to sell a fight. Thurman know how to, and he doesn't need to. He's not made. He's not fake. He's not made up champion. He's highly respected. And yo, he know how to have people talking, bro. And I think we need a personality like that in the sport of boxing. I just hopefully that he just stays in the. I think that Keith, you don't got to be on social media. And the way that Keith Thurman has been promoting this fight, it's been a traditional way. He's been doing interviews with everybody, giving people a lot of opportunities. And look, I apologize. I did have my opportunity last Friday, but I couldn't. I was busy. And the only time that he could have had that interview was at 4:00 in the afternoon, in which I really couldn't. I didn't have the time. I was really busy and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I told him they could do it in the nighttime. And he's the type that after finishes training, he's a real family man. So he gives a lot of his time to his family. You know what I'm saying? So I respected that. And they said maybe hopefully this week, but you know, I'm not mad because I did have the opportunity to interview Keith Thurman 4 p.m. Eastern time last Friday. I did. And that was the only window opportunity for him and me. So I good looking out to his PR because they was trying to give me an opportunity, but it was just times that, you know, push your boxing. Tengo que buscar trabajo. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Gotta, you know, time is getting hard out here. You know, they cutting hours. You feel me? So, you know, bro. So I had to I can't. Nah, I can't. You know what I'm saying? I got a mouse to feed. So I'm like, damn, man. I don't go to work or I go for an interview. You know what I'm saying? So I wish I understood how agency and agents move. But my son played in the league. Things would have been different. Yeah, everything is politics. You know that I love my kids. Even AAU is all politics now. It's not necessarily how good you are, it's who you know. That's it. Thurman versus Zayas in the Garden for PR. To be honest, I think if Thurman wins, I truly think it's gonna be. I think they'll lock in that Tim Tszyu versus Spence. And then that Spence and Thurman will be a big fight. Thurman versus Charlo. Thurman versus Virgil. I think stylistically will be a big fight. Yo, what? Thurman versus Spence? But if Spence beat Fundora, why you think put it this way. I think they all see a weakness of Fundora. Not only Thurman. Who wanted to fight Fundora when they came to 154? Bud. Who got in the ring trying to steal Fundora from Bud? Spence. Ladies and gentlemen, these elite talent guys see a tremendous weakness in Fundora. As soon as they think in 154, they think about Fundora and Tim Tszyu. We all know that Tim Tszyu, he doesn't got elite skills. He is a domestic fighter. He is a domestic good fighter. They saw weakness in him, but they see weakness in Fundora. They're not coming to 154 asking for Virgil. They came to 154 asking for the Fundora fight. Spence wanted Fundora, Thurman Fundora, and Bud Fundora. These guys see a weakness in Fundora. They don't see, and that's what I'm telling the people. Forget about the height. The height will be a problem if Fundora truly fights within his height. But Fundora's weakness is that he fights to the height of his competition. So Thurman kills his own advantages. You don't got to expose Fundora because Fundora exposes himself. Fundora just does not like to fight within his advantages. He makes his job harder than what it is. Let's see how is it going to be. Let's see how is it going to be. Fundora is as much as a warrior. He's a warrior. He's entertaining. But when it comes to IQ, he may look smart, but Sebastian Fundora's IQ is not like that. So he's there's a lot of advantage, quote unquote advantage, disadvantage. Yeah, Fundora's got the height, but he doesn't fight with his height. Thurman is older, but Thurman is not his inactivity is not a guy that drinks and smoke and stay out late and go to the strip club 4 days a week and blow his money and get bloated real fast by drinking alcohol. No, that's not Thurman. So Thurman is just a family man that and he had two full training camps in the last 6 months. So he is still within training and sharp, and he had a full training camp with Tim Tszyu. So it's not like that Keith Thurman been a couch potato for 4 years, 5 years. He's been in training camps. He's been getting hurt in training camps in preparation and already having 6 or 7 weeks training camps. You know what I'm saying? So he had 2 training camps to prepare for Fundora, and I think he's gonna be highly prepared. He did look at today a little sunk in, but I think that's because and little dry mouth, but I think that's because he's doing a lot of interviews, and of course, you know what I'm saying, you getting dehydrated just doing a bunch of interviews and stuff like that. But yeah, man, tomorrow is gonna be Saturday is gonna be a great event, and I'm rooting for Thurman. If Fundora wins, then there's a clash of Fundora and Xander Zayas, Fundora and Virgil. But if Keith Thurman wins, and the way that he's going to promote, I'm going to tell you right now, the boxing world going to be talking about Keith Thurman. All Keith got to do not stay out the light, man. Stay in the light, because boxing needs a personality like Keith Thurman to be relevant and be seen. He said, I think Keith will get, man, I think Keith should just shave that shit, man. Cut that. Like when he first cut it, man, come on, his dad is bald, man. So, man, just rock that, man. Don't worry about it. Or do a hair transplant, man. Do what the Dominican baseball players be doing, man, and put some extensions. Fuck it. Hey, yo, do what Paulie Malignaggi did back in the days. Hey, yo, Paulie Malignaggi used to have extensions, bruh. What Paulie Malignaggi did back in the days, bruh. He says, Clarissa sparring Thurman. Man, Clarissa was talking BS in that Breakfast Club, interview, still throwing shades. But ladies and gentlemen, I did reach out to the Michigan State Athletic Commission to give me the facts, and this is what they forwarded me, folks. This is what they forwarded me. Ah, damn, I can't even put that shit close. Well, they show me the invoice of Clarissa Shields' fight, and it was $1,650,000, the licensing fee, meaning that she didn't even get paid more than it can't be more than 1.3 million. I'm gonna tell you like this. Can't be that. Probably the guarantee was 1.2, 1.3. It could be 900, it could be a million, but I think probably the most I could say 1.3. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? I'm about to get the numbers, the actual purses. I think that's why Clarissa Shields is trying to avoid me. Now Clarissa Shields called me a liar about that $8 million. Yeah, I want to know about that $8 million. Trust me, they already emailed me. I got more info. Don't worry. I got more info. I'll show y'all folks. I ain't lying, Clarissa. No. I want to know how much. Yeah. I want to know how much you got paid. Because she said, I'm a liar. I'll show you right here. You think that Punch Drunk Boxing is lying, huh? Oh, no call me liar, right? Sucia vieja. Let me see. Let me see if they send me a new email. Give me a second. See, I could see I'm not capping. See, I could see that I'm not capping. See, I could see that I'm not capping. What does it say there? The Michigan Department licensing. What it says there, folks. Yo, Punch Drunk don't play, bro. Hold on. Financial disclosures person about agreement for the February professional. Your request has been granted in part and denied in part. Please see comment below. I'm not lying. Oh, they think they play with Punch Drunk. Look at the invoice. Salida promotion. Look at the invoice, mira. They think Punch Drunk boxing line. The receipt. This is the other one. Oh, wait. Hold on. Slow right now. Look, that's the one that y'all seen. But it says right there. Oh, let me put it right here. There you go. How much they pay for the press conference? Press conference. $25,000 cost the press conference. Don't play with Pontro boxing, okay? I have receipts after receipt after receipt, okay? Over here. All right. Play with me, That's why. Shh. Yeah, send. If I'm lying too, send a cease and desist letter to me. Send it to me, please. Because then I'm gonna send it to the Michigan State Athletic Commission. Hey, yo, they better call. You know what they do? They do it right now. Hey, yo, did somebody named Mr. Punch Run Boxing call for the information in? Don't give him the information, please. Don't give him the information. No, Pontro's gonna get the information, motherfucker, right here, right? You got $1 million, $1 million, 1.2, $1.3 million. Get $8 million, $80 million, nothing. Okay? Nothing. It's gonna take you like 4 fights. Guarantee, and I'm talking about boxing. I ain't talking about your little record that you're gonna make on Spotify. I'm talking about guaranteed purses in boxing. You haven't got more than a Madison Serrano and Katie Taylor, mujer. You haven't even got a guaranteed purse of $2 million. Sue me if I'm lying. Sue me. And matter of fact, I'm gonna send this to 50 Cent too. No, matter of fact, I'm gonna send it to 50 Cent. I'm gonna send it to 50 Cent. See? Mm-hmm. That's why I say, bro. And look, I'm gonna tell you like this now. And yo, peep this. They lucky that I'm just a little punch on boxing. They lucky that I don't have the power of 50 Cent. Let me tell you like this, folks. That's why in boxing, don't lie in boxing. You know, that's why in boxing, if you really pay attention to my channel, I never really talk about, 60, 40, 70, 30. You remember when I said, yo, to Bud Crawford and Earl Spence, if you don't get paid more than $20 to $25 million, don't take the fight. Y'all remember I did that video? People thought I was crazy saying, Bud Crawford never made $10 million. What you mean? Because when you know what's in the pot, you know what's in the pot. You know what I'm saying? In boxing, all those numbers you see is estimation. They don't give out the real numbers. You said they don't give out the real numbers. but you could get the real actual numbers. Go through the commission. I remember people was talking about, I remember, what was it? If Keith Thurman, one time they said that Keith Thurman, remember they did somebody did a video and said that Keith Thurman ribs broke, right? I called that a Nevada State Athletic Commission. I called that a Nevada State Athletic Commission. And I said, does he get the suspension because he broke his ribs? No. No, he didn't break his ribs. He had a sprained hand. That's why they put him on suspension. You want to get? And look how I wrote to them so y'all could see. Look how I wrote to them. No, I'm a teacher. I'm not like these other people. I keep it real. I'm not like these other boxing content creators. I don't withhold information. Why would I withhold information and just keep it to myself? This is how I wrote it. So y'all could see in the email. Give me a second. That's how I wrote the email. You requested the following summary. Financial disclosures, purses, and bout agreements for the February 22nd, 2026 professional boxing event at Little Caesars Arena featuring Clarissa Shields versus Crash French on Coup de Jour. Your request has been granted in part and denied in part. So the part that I denied is the actual contract. The actual contract and the layers of the contract that they both signed. That's what they denied. Because the licensing fee is like what the zone, and it's built to the zone. So the zone, when you see this, that means that they own the right. Well, build to the zone. You know, they block the routing number and all that stuff like that. They don't, but build to the zone. So they give that 1.6 to Salida Promotion, and then they're gonna have to pay all their fighters or everybody in the card, everything. You know what I'm saying? So commission guaranteed purse can exceed more than this $1.6 million. So you just do the math. Clarissa Shields probably got the most 1.3, 1.2 guaranteed. That would be the most. They losing money with her. Yeah. Because now Win Records and Salida, the way that they get their money is based off the gate revenue. So they could scream, oh, 18, and I caught. And ladies and gentlemen, you guys think, motherfuckers think I be playing around. I don't play around. Hold on. Guess who I called the other day? I want you to hear it. Oh, shit, let me see, where is that? Did I do it in this phone? But a matter of fact, I called the arena to get the numbers, to get the actual numbers of how many tickets were sold, plus comp tickets and all that stuff. I got 10 business days. They're gonna send me the sheet. 10 business days, I'm gonna receive the sheet of the actual ticket number. We're gonna see, we're gonna see where this thing was sold out. yeah. I'm playing around with Punch, bro. Them motherfuckers is trolls, man. Oh yeah, I could say some funny shit, but I'm gonna get to the facts too. They losing money. Well, I'm not gonna say they losing money. I think they invested. The bonus was an investment. Now they're gonna that $3 million. They're gonna get it back in shows because they're gonna have to make their money too. Well, and you know when she said, "Oh, nobody managed me. Papoose doesn't make money off of me." So Papoose is doing all this shit for free. So Papoose is working for free for Win Records. So Papoose works for free in Win Records. He doesn't get money off of you. She signed based off the bonus. And that's how a lot of people get these fighters, based off bonus. And people are going to be like, yo, Punch, but why are you getting all this information? I'm getting the information because when I did that video and I said, it's hard to understand this $8 million deal when you can't even generate that. How you going to get paid that? How everybody going to make their money? And I believe now this part is not the facts. I don't know, but it does look like she's in a 360 deal. They got her like an artist as well. Like that's why she's doing music. They got her, but it's once, yeah, yo, a record company and boxing. You telling me two of the most cutthroat businesses together? It's public records, but certain public records you gotta ask for it. You know what I'm saying? It's not public like that, but it is public records. That's why I could show it. But you gotta ask for it in email for certain things. That's why I had to send the email. Yeah, because she said I lied. How can you lay with the glow and wake up to that? Pap the real champ, I say. How can you lay with the glow? Wow. Yeah, facts. But yeah, man, she was lying like crazy, bro. She was lying, saying that she's the most loved. She sells the most tickets. You don't sell the most tickets. Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor sell the most tickets. And the thing is, in the Breakfast Club, nobody fact check her. Like nobody, like I think that now the Breakfast Club is promoting her. Like they're the type that they will go and try to give Damon Dash Donkey of the Day. They will go at J. Cole. They will go at a lot of respectable people. But you guys are afraid to check Clarissa Shields? I dare fucking Charlamagne the God say, hey, yo, Clarissa, the last time you was here, you was talking about the divorce. Hey, yo, Papoose, did you get that divorce already? Why you don't ask that? Why Charlamagne the God don't be like, hey, yo, Papoose, you remember the last time you was here? She was saying that, yo, you were going through a divorce. You still haven't finalized that shit yet? How long that shit is going to take? It's been 2 years. You actually getting a divorce? Why they don't ask those questions to Clarissa Shields and Papoose while he there? Huh? Yeah, go viral with that. They're getting soft, bro. The Breakfast Club's getting soft. I heard their ratings is going down for shit like that too, because they could easily just be real with her. They could be just real with her. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, they threw Layla Ali under the bus. I think that's the reason why Clarissa Shields feel like she could beat up these men, because every time she does an interview outside of Shannon Sharp, none of these men want to keep it real with her. None of these guys, none of these men want to keep it real with her. They'll let her just lie and go off the rails. But everybody could check everybody. Everybody could check everybody. Charlamagne the God, he could go after what's his name? Lil Wayne's got baby. You gotta put respect on my name, man. Put respect on my name, man. He could diss everybody, but you can't even keep it real with Clarissa Shields. Come on, man.
I sell the most tickets.
You's a liar!
I'm the most loved.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
When it comes to female boxing, I am the most loved and most respected.
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you?
Witch. That's all I can say about that. She's a witch.
Tell me what boxers today be dissing Mike Tyson. What fighter today disses Muhammad Ali? What fighter today disses Sugar Ray Leonard? Which fighter you see be dissing their pioneers like crazy? She has no class. She has no class at all, bro. She has no class at all. And that's why I say a guy like Papoose, who for the most part, a lot of people respect the Papoose. A woman like that, I don't care, man. Too dirty, you know, you got to be the extension of me. I don't, a woman like that, I would stay celibate for the rest of my life. Y'all think I'm lying? If Clarissa Shields was the only woman in the world, I stay celibate. I stay celibate. Me hago la paja, that's it. Me hago la paja, that's it. I won't touch a woman. It's not that, you know what I'm saying? Like when people talk about looks, her inside brings out that ugliness outside. And that's one word I don't like to use. For real, my whole life. I don't like to use that word ugly. No. Why can't you? I'm telling you the truth. I won't touch a woman like that. Nah. That a woman like that in my is asco, me da asco. My me will be like this here. At this age, it's all about this. Come on, man. At this age, it's all about this. That woman is, for me, in my opinion, to be honest, the way that she talk, move, nah, it's disgusting, bro. For me, she's disgusting to me. That's just to me. I don't like her attitude. I don't like nothing about her, bro. I don't like nothing about her, bro. I can't, but this was me. This was me. And I keep it real. Look at me arguing for her. Let me put it. Hold on. Let me see. I could see. Yeah. Yes, sir. Let me see if I could upload this. Man. See, I could see, bro, that I wasn't like this. I used to give a man props, bro. Let me see. Let me upload this video. I used to call this woman a queen, bro. I used to fight for Clarissa Shields, bro, out here. While everybody was dogging her, bro. Let me see this. When you did say Clarissa. Let me upload this one, guys. Y'all can see. Watch this. Watch how I used to defend Clarissa Shields back in the days. Give me a second. For those that don't know, I just got fed up with her, bro. I said, you know what? Everybody was right about her, man. I used to fight. Even when watch. Let me give you the receipt. I'm disgusted of myself looking at this, bro. Did kind of, pinch my nerve when you did say Clarissa Shields was a disgusting woman.
Tell him, Pop.
What she was a disgusting woman for what she did. Okay, that was disgusting what she did. Do you think that was the right thing to do?
Not to call her a disgusting woman, no. I think she's a queen.
What makes her a queen?
Queen of what? She did not. The cops.
Me looking at that, I'm disgusted of myself. They used to be me. Hey, yo, Clarissa Shields, they used to be me when everybody used to call you a disgusting woman. I used to be like, you was a queen. I was wrong. Hey, yo, I repented, bro. I've been repenting. God forgive me for ever calling this woman a queen. I'm sorry. I would never call this. I repented. I thought God punished me, bro. No wonder I was having bad luck throughout those times, bro. I was having bad luck throughout those days, man. Life was getting tough. I'm gonna say it like this. God was punishing me, bro, because I was lying. Y'all seen the light. I seen what everybody else was seeing. You know why? You know, I used to debate people, and I'm like, yo, bro, we have to respect all these women, man. We have to uplift the women boxing. No channels out here supporting boxing outside of Ring IQ. Ain't no channel out here was supporting women boxing but Punch Drunk Boxing and Ring IQ. Know what I'm saying? It's only one channel. And I used to debate people like, yo, respect Clarissa Shields. Nah. She did all her people used to be like, you know what I'm saying? She fought like this and she came from this back. But you know what? Once you in the position, love you too, like love my kids. Good looking now. God bless. Love you, Punch. You look vexed when he was speaking on her. Yeah, man. I was for her. I used to back her up. Pause. I used to be like, nah, she's not a disgusting woman. She's a queen. Nah, don't be dissing her like that. That wasn't really her. That was a brother that did that to that old man. Blah, 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 blah. But you know what? Yo, that whole panel. Yo, I remember that live. That was a live. And there was more people in the panel. If you hear my guy, Mike from Boston, he said, Queen of what? Hey, yo, listen to the person in the background, Mike from Boston. Listen what I said, the Queen. Well, listen.
Did kind of, pinch my nerve when you did say Clarissa Shields was a disgusting woman.
Tell him, Punch.
Because she was a disgusting woman for what she did. Okay, that was disgusting what she did. Do you think that was the right thing to do?
Not to call her a disgusting woman, no. I think she's a queen.
What makes her a queen?
Queen of what? She did not.
He said, hey, yo, Rick said, hey, yo, my proposal said, what makes her a queen? Queen of what? Yo, I used to fight for Clarissa Shields, bro. I used to call this trash person a queen. Yo. And it got to the point where, yo, I can't defend this woman no more. I can't defend her. I see what everybody else been seeing. I'm seeing what everybody else been telling me. And then when I was giving her props on Twitter, she comes to my Twitter feed and then calls me a cat because I said that Amanda Serrano is the most entertaining fighter. And she took it as hate. And 2 weeks before that, when she was in Ryan Garcia's Twitter space, I'm talking to Clarissa Shields. And I was telling her that she's more exciting in the MMA. Are you going to go back to the MMA? And she like, nah, yeah, whatever. But she wasn't. When you don't praise it, she goes to she crashes out and crashes other people when they're giving praises of other people. She doesn't like it. She don't like it. It's not even about you dogging her or talking shit about her. She don't like to hear praises of other people. She don't like to hear. You know what's the sad part about it? She don't like the women that are deemed attractive in women boxing. She doesn't like it. That's why she don't like Alicia Baumgartner. She don't like when people look at this other fighter. Damn, this is a good-looking fighter. She's pretty. She's this. She's that. That's why she comes with the, these light black skinned women hate me because she's thinking about Alicia Baumgartner. She's thinking about Amanda Serrano. She don't dog. She never was dogging a girl like Shadeja Green, and she wasn't dogging Fran Shaw because those girls are not. Let's be real. Let's be honest. People don't look at them as, oh my God, drop dead, like sexy, right? The other girls are, so she don't like them. She has she's insecure about herself. It's not even about what she said in the Breakfast Club. 50 Cent could call me ugly and say, because she, for real, she could pull this, and that's the unfortunate part. She find herself ugly. She don't think that she's beautiful. She don't think that she's pretty. You know what I'm saying? That's why she's always talk about looks and all that. As a matter of fact, all your money gonna have to do. You gonna be paying for makeup every day? Yeah, that's what. and weaves, her money gonna run out paying for all of that shit. Yep, she pushed down women she really wants to be like. Yeah. Said nobody be lying on your kitty. I ain't gonna let nobody lie on my kitty. Nobody want to be in that little kitty. Hey, yo, outside of Papoose, name me any community of men that be like, hey, yo, man, that girl Clarissa Shields, man, she could get it. Yo, that's mine. Like how people talk about other chicks, the Kardashians, Sade, Lisa Ray, Nia Long, and all them. Don't nobody care about no damn yo kitty. I ain't care about your damn kitty. Your kitty tells it smells like tuna. Huh? Your kitty smells like the tuna that your kitty ate. All right? Nobody want that woman, bro. Nobody want that woman. Hey, yo, put it this way. Ain't nobody fighting Papoose for Clarissa Shields. Ain't nobody. Hey, yo, Papoose, you got nothing to worry about. Yo, you could tell Clarissa Shields to walk butt naked to the store. And I don't think men is going to look at a crazy woman walking in the store. Nobody going to give a damn about that. Who want this? Who want this? You let me know right now. Clarissa Shields get out of bed and she's going to the grocery store. She's going butt naked to buy a sandwich in a grocery store. Anybody want her number? Anybody want her number right now? Hey, yo, Papoose, you can have your woman walking around the streets and go to that. Trust me, no man want this. You're going to have men like this hollering at her, bro. Only men that look like this going to be hollering at her like that. Huh? I don't know who's better, her or her. As a matter of fact, you better sleep with the makeup on, bro. Hey, yo, Clarissa, you don't even have to wear clothes on. Nobody gonna mack it to you. Nobody wants this. Nobody want Antonio Tarver with a wig. Nobody wants Antonio Tarver with a wig, bro. Nobody want that mess. Nobody want that. Nobody want this mess. Who wants this? Huh? You gonna fight? Anybody want to fight Papoose for this? Anybody want to fight Papoose for this? Go ahead, fight Papoose for it. Hey, yo, man, you was talking about my girl, man. Man, you ain't gonna fight. Hey, yo, Papoose won't even diss 50 Cent, won't even add, standing up for Clarissa Shields in his diss. You don't care about that one. You don't care about that creature. You care about that creature. And the mouth too. It's one thing to, all right, be like that and be sweet. And you can see the beauty, right? You can see the innocence, but a girl like that and the mouth. Oh my God. Oh. I'd rather have a bulldog, bro, lick me than a fucking Clarissa Shields. I'd rather have an English bulldog wake me up. Hell no, bro. You keep that. You could keep that.
Yes. Oh.
But yeah, man. Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see. I want to see what she find next. She's talking about music. I got my music. Like, yo, man, your music. Nobody care about no damn music, bro. Who you gonna fight next? You gonna fight Shadeja Green? She ain't even gonna. They don't even know who she gonna fight next. But I get the numbers anyway. But ladies and gentlemen, man, tomorrow, we got live, and then we doing the fight party. We doing the fight party this Saturday. Keith Thurman, Fundora. We doing the fight party. We doing the fight. Word on the street. Pat got snipped. He will not be getting. Of course, man. He got a vasectomy. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Come on, man. Come on. You better get a vasectomy right quick. If Papoose finds out that he got Clarissa Shields pregnant, I think he'll jump off a bridge. He'll jump off the Brooklyn Bridge. If she says, and I'm keeping it. Like, and you gotta live with that. Oh, you gotta shit. Oh my God. Yo, come on, Papoose. I know he gotta have some smart. I know he had a vasectomy. Ain't no way this man will bring another Clarissa Shields into this world. Hey yo, I think they should put him in jail, bro. Hey yo, put Papoose and her in jail. If Papoose brings another Clarissa Shields in this world, put them people in jail, bro. Put him in jail. Put him in jail. Huh? No, I see no. One Clarissa Shields is good enough. They got two Clarissa Shields coming. No, I see no. You got to put them in jail. No, you got to start arresting people. There's people that should not be bringing more people into this world. Yo, I was watching a little clip of a cousin talking shit about her. Ay. And I'm saying in my mind, man, the whole family is like that. The whole family is crazy. He said Papoose playing his position and walking her down quietly. I think so. But come on, for how long he's that? That's why if you go to the that's what I'm saying. They didn't even ask her real questions. But anyway, tomorrow we back at it, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow we back at it, late night, around 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Have a great night. Love y'all. For the people that supported the channel. If you haven't become a member to the channel, become a member to the channel. Support your boy. Again, we're going to be busy. We're going live tomorrow. And we also going to do the fight party. Sebastian Fundora versus Keith from Tom Thurman this Saturday, Amazon Prime. Stay tuned. Tell your peoples to subscribe to the channel. Share the live. Share the videos. And share the channel. Love you. God bless. And on to the next.